Yes. We're back on InYaChest. We're at the Coconut Creek Studios. Steve, the solution, Horse, the answer. We've been backed up with a couple projects, but we're going to catch up on as much as we can tonight.
Yeah, you got that right, backed up.
Yeah. What's going on?
Gonna do it.
I got a Droid phone, so a little more organized for InYaChest. You got all your archives and your inboxes. So real folks, real people, real issues, real answers, real reality. All right. Question number one. Question that was submitted 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Should a man be forced to pay child support for a child that is not his, and under what conditions should he have to pay? I think I told you this already. If they're married, I think that's the only time I would say they're married, or if they signed over the rights. I think you mentioned that, right?
I think he should be forced to pay if, like you said, yeah, I agree with it. If they're married and he accepted a child as his, knowing that it wasn't his. You know?
Okay.
He can't think that it's his and then it's not his, and then you expect him to pay child support. You know, it's like that's not right. But if he knows it's not his and he accepted it as his child, then yes, I feel he should. You know?
Well, there's a lot of girls on the radio that's going against that. They're saying that he should have to pay because as soon as you physically call him your son, they figure that you create a bond and attachment, and that therefore after you should pay because you should have never said that I think of him as my son. That's what some girls on the radio.
It's a good question though, because like you said, you know, you form a bond with the child. If you know it's not your child, man, that's a tough one. It really is. I say make him pay child support, but what he can pay. Don't make it like a court order. You can make it a court order, but it's on what he can give, not what he makes or the way they do the whole thing about how much she makes, how much he makes. It's like a suggested rate how much he will willing to give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying it's like he got a force to do it because he really got an option. Like I don't have to pay it or not, but I would like to. You know, and depending on how many years he's been around the kid, like say 5 years or whatever, or 3 years, you can do it like that. But not let him pay the same amount as an actual dad or pay the same amount that has a child with a woman. You know what I mean? And that's kind of unfair. You know, it's not his kid, and even though he treated like his own.
That's true. Another thing, what other conditions should? It's almost like alimony, you know.
Yeah, for a certain amount of years, yeah.
So what about paying back pay on a child that?
That back pay thing, man. What you mean? What do you mean? How about it?
Okay, let's put a scenario. Okay, your child's not his, right? And they split. Okay, they split, and she wins this case.
He knows it's not his?
In his mind, he knows it's not his, and she knows it's not his.
Oh, okay.
So, but because it's sort of like the common laws, where after several years you deem married. Same thing with the new laws that they're trying to implement. And I forgot what state it is. New York, they can get tagged. In New York, somebody that doesn't have a child, that doesn't belong to them, could pay child support. So imagine after you two party, after being together for 8 years, and you know this is not your child, she knows it's not your child, and she decides to hit you with child support 2 years after you break up. She can get it. So now she could back child support.
Or this can't happen?
In New York.
This is so unfair, dog.
Yeah.
Think about it. The only way to fight back child support is to have receipts that you're actually paying child support, saying child support on the actual check. So this guy knowing this is not my kid, I don't have to keep no receipt. You know, and this head is like, I can't keep no receipt for this, knowing that I'm never going to go on child support. So how unfair is that? You know what I'm saying? That's unfair as hell, man. That's some bullshit, man. How they doing up in the NYC? Who the hell made that rule, dog?
I don't know, man. This can be detrimental to the dating community.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of guys will be like, man, I don't want to date this chick with kids, you know. Or if I want to date her, I'm going to just fuck with her for 6 to 12 months and be out so I don't get hit with no child support laws or common laws attached to child support.
How do you even look, dog, telling somebody like, yeah, I've been child support, you know? Oh, so why to see with your child. It's not mine though. How do you explain that? How do you explain that to another person? Like, now how the hell you paying child support? And you know, if you see the kid or nothing, it's not your kid, but you're in child support. It's overlooked right now. And how your boys gonna laugh at you, man? Man, no, you paying child support short than yours? And that's fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like, it don't look right, man. It don't look right. NYC, you need to redo and revamp that. That's an awful law.
Oh man, yeah, that's like that poster put up, man, about the seeing child support garnishment on your check, put it in your child.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. I mean, what kind of crap is that, man?
Oh man,
that's a bad look. That's a bad look.
So if this really goes big, just believe that women, you won't have a man around too long if you have kids.
Nah, man, this guy, good point, Steve. Because the guy's gonna be like, man, I got a 2 week, I got a 2 week window.
Yeah.
I got a 2 week window. What that thing, it kicks in 16 months. And look, he ain't even gonna tell her. They're gonna be seeing a relationship that lasted exactly 12 months. 12 months they gone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I hope this don't spread, man.
Yeah, so that's my intake to it. I don't think they should have to pay. You?
No, definitely.
Okay. Well, under what grounds we suggest they pay? The grounds I suggest if they were married and you took on and raised the kids, and it's just like a regular divorce, then maybe a separate settlement arrangement for the son, child, whatever. And if the real biological parents sign over the rights to you and you adopt them as your own, then yeah, another reason you should have to pay.
I say if you know it's not your child, and the mom knows not your child, but you accept them as your child, and if the court can suggest that you pay something, but not the full price of what it will cost you, as it is with your child, compared to income and all that stuff. Something that you could afford, that it's kind of like a gift. You know what I mean? That's asking you, not forcing you. You know what I mean? So that's what I say on that.
Yeah. So hopefully that was very helpful to you, curious guys out there, girls, gals. Want to know we're going to sign out? You could also submit any more questions to InYaChest. Excuse me, I had the hiccups. InYaChest@gmail.com. You can leave your comments and inputs and if you want to add on to this there. We're also on YouTube. If you need to check it from your mobile phone if you have any problems with the website. And we're signing out. Steve, the solution, and of course the answer with InYaChest. That's InYaChest.com.